Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you love the glow of holiday lights, the sparkling shine of ornaments, and that cozy, picture-perfect Christmas tree you see in magazines, you're in the right place. Today we're breaking down the most common mistakes people make when decorating the Christmas tree, and more importantly, how to fix them. I'll walk you through each misstep with visuals you'd typically see in a photo gallery. Bare branches waiting to be dressed, tangled lights, mismatched ornaments, and the final, magical touch that makes a tree feel complete. So grab a cup of cocoa, settle in, and let's make your tree look like a holiday dream rather than a chilly, chaotic jumble. Picture yourself scrolling through a series of images. A bare Christmas tree standing upright in a living room, a string of lights tangled like a knot tied by a cartoon elf, a garland that seems to vanish into the branches, and clusters of ornaments stuck in one spot. Each image is a clue to a common pitfall, and by the end of this video you'll have practical fixes you can apply today. Let's dive in. Mistake number 1. Not planning a theme or a color story. You've probably seen trees that feel random, as if someone grabbed whatever was within reach and threw it on the branches. The result is a look that's noisy and unfocused. A well-devised theme acts like a puzzle guide for everything else you place on the tree. If your idea is winter forest, you might lean into natural textures like burlap ribbon, pine cones, white frosted ornaments, and subtle greens. If you prefer a bold, modern look, you could use metallics with a punch of deep blue or burgundy. When you see a photo of a tree that feels cohesive, you'll notice a deliberate through line, a consistent palette, a few statement pieces, and a sense of balance from top to bottom. How do you start? Pick 3 core colors or textures, choose 1 or 2 larger ornaments to anchor the tree, and then fill in with smaller pieces that echo the same feel. This approach prevents the grab bag effect and creates a more polished, magazine-worthy outcome. Mistake number 2. Matching every single ornament to the same height level. Images of perfectly even ornament rows exist for a reason. Symmetry can look stunning, but only when used thoughtfully. A tree benefits from rhythm, which comes from layering ornaments at varying depths and heights. The easiest way to avoid a flat look is to place a few large pieces near the bottom third of the tree, then offset with mid-size ornaments around the middle, and finish with smaller pieces near the top. Also mix in some ornaments that dangle freely or face outward at different angles. If a photo shows a tree with all ornaments perfectly facing forward, that's not magic, that's layout, and it can feel stiff. The trick is to tuck some ornaments a bit behind the branches so they peek out, and give others a moment to hang ankle-high or shoulder-high so the eye travels around the tree rather than staying in one spot. Mistake number 3. Poor lighting choices or overloading the tree with lights without a plan. The underlit tree can feel dull, while an overlit tree can wash out ornaments and texture. The best approach is to start with a lighting plan that emphasizes depth. A common win is a base layer of warm white fairy lights wound evenly around the trunk, working from the trunk outward into the branch tips. Then add a secondary layer, perhaps a subtle color or a cooler white, to create contrast. If you're showing a photo of a tree with tangled lights or lights concentrated in one area, you're looking at a classic failure. The eye is drawn to the mess instead of the magic. When styling, consider stepping back every so often to see how the light distribution reads from a distance, not just up close. A tip: use a dimmer if you have one. Controlling brightness lets you tailor the mood for different evenings or photos. Mistake number 4. Garland misplacement. Garlands are a fantastic way to add texture and flow, but they're easy to misapply. An image of a garland slapped across the tree with no curves or draping looks flat and stiff. A better approach is to create gentle S-curves as you wind the garland around the tree, allowing sections to fall slightly below the branch tips and then re-emerge higher up. Think of garland as a guide that leads your eye around the tree rather than a straight line hugging every limb. Consider layering with 2 types of garland: a wide, lush ribbon or bead garland plus a thinner, more flexible texture like tinsel or a wiry beaded strand. When you see photos of trees that feel elegant, you'll notice the garland's movement. Never piled, always flowing, with some parts catching the light and others receding into the shadows. Mistake number 5. overloading clusters or clumps of ornaments in a single spot. If you've ever seen a tree with 3 dozen ornaments bunched in one area, you know the look is loud and crowded. Great trees breathe. They have negative space as well as ornamented zones. A practical rule of thumb is to distribute heavy, large items across the tree while threading lighter pieces in between. Use uneven spacing. A denser cluster here, a sparser area there. This creates visual interest and avoids the all the same effect. The photos you'll see might show a few grand ornaments anchoring a lower third, with smaller items scattered toward the top and middle. That balance makes the tree look thoughtfully curated rather than chaotic. Mistake number 6. Neglecting the topper and the overall silhouette. The topper is the exclamation point on the tree. Many people skip it or pick something too small for the height of their tree. If your topper feels out of scale, the tree reads as unfinished. When you see an image with a star or angel that clearly fits the tree's height and width, you'll notice it anchors the entire look. A topper should feel proportional. If your tree is tall and slender, choose a topper with some height and presence but not so heavy that it weighs down the top. If you have a full, wide tree, a tall topper can balance the mass of the branches and create a sense of completion. Also keep in mind how the topper interacts with the lighting you've chosen. If the topper is metallic or reflective, you'll get a little extra sparkle from the lights at the top. Mistake number 7. Color clashes and too many color trends at once. Some photos show a tree that's pulled in a dizzying array of colors, metallics, and textures. It can be exciting, but without a cohesive color palette, it reads as chaotic rather than celebratory. A better approach is to choose a primary color and 1 or 2 accents. For example, a silver and white theme with hints of blue can feel serene and modern, while a traditional red, gold, and green palette exudes warmth. If you want to mix metallics, pick a dominant metallic and use the others as accents, ensuring they're dispersed evenly across the tree. When you view a well-planned palette in photos, you'll notice metallic highlights catching the light and a harmonious balance among all the ornaments. Color theory doesn't have to be intimidating. Start with 1 anchor color, then test 2 accents and step back to see how it reads from a distance. Mistake number 8. Using fragile ornaments without proper protection. Images of fragile heirlooms or delicate glass ornaments can be stunning, but they're also at risk in homes with kids or pets. If you want to protect these treasures and still keep the tree looking beautiful, place the most delicate pieces toward the inner circles or higher sections that are less likely to be bumped. For high-traffic homes, consider reproducing the look with shatterproof replicas or enamel finishes that mimic the real thing but with greater durability. The photos of safe, glamorous trees show a mix of sturdy pieces and carefully positioned heirlooms, proving that protection and style can coexist. Mistake number 9. Ignoring safety and maintenance. We leave lights on too long, or we forget to check the wiring, or we don't water a real tree and it starts drinking the room. A safe, long-lasting tree is a beautiful tree. For real trees, water daily and keep away from heat sources. For artificial trees, check lights for fraying and replace bulbs where needed. If you see posts or images where a tree seems to glow with warmth but there's a smoky or burnt smell, that's a red flag. Power up with a quick check, and don't push it. A well-ventilated, cool room and a safe outlet setup can prevent hazards and keep your tree shining in the most festive way. Mistake number 10. Rushing the finale and forgetting the photos. Finally, we often decorate in a hurry and then rush to snap a photo without stepping back to admire the whole look. The best holiday photos come from a moment of pause. Walk a little away, tilt your head, check the symmetry in the big picture, and adjust. If you're watching this video with a series of photos in mind, you'll notice those top-tier trees exude a sense of calm and completeness. The environment matters. A well-lit room, a simple backdrop, and a clean floor help the tree stand out. And if you're taking pictures for social media, remember to capture the glow of the lights at night, the texture of the ribbons, and those special ornaments that have a story behind them. Before we wrap up, here's a quick recap you can use as a checklist while you decorate this season. 1. Define a theme and palette. 2. Plan the tree's scale and ornament distribution. 3. Create depth with layered lighting. 4. Draping techniques for garland. 5. Distribute ornaments for balance, avoiding heavy clusters. 6. Choose a proper topper and ensure it fits the tree's silhouette. 7. Use a mindful mix of colors and textures. 8. Protect fragile pieces or opt for alternatives. 9. Prioritize safety and maintenance. 10. Take a moment to look at the whole tree and capture it in a photo. If you keep this checklist handy, your tree will look polished and festive every single year. If you found these tips helpful, let me know in the comments which mistake you've made before and how you'll fix it this year. I'd love to hear your decorating stories. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more holiday decor tips, and ring the bell so you don't miss upcoming guides on themes, color palettes, and step-by-step ornament placements. Share this with a friend who's getting ready to decorate their tree, and consider saving this video for a quick reference next holiday season. Thanks for watching, and may your home be filled with light, warmth, and joyful moments around the Christmas tree.